What's up, Magic lovers? I've got a great trick tutorial for you today. I don't know what I call this one. I don't know if there's even a name for it, but it's a type of prediction trick. So let's get to it and enjoy. All right, YouTube, I've got a really cool one here for you today. And because sometimes people ask, today we'll be using the David Blaine Gatorbacks, the holographic edition from Bicycle. And let's get into it. Okay, so we'll start off, of course, like most other tricks, giving the deck a nice little shuffle here. And of course, you can give this a overhand shuffle. You can give this any type of shuffle you like. Before proceeding, if you even feel so inclined to give the deck a cut, you may do so as well. All right, now, so what I would have the spectator do is start dealing down cards, and whenever they, oh, got one upside down, whenever they feel so inclined to say stop, let's say they say stop here, that's fine. Put the rest of the deck to the side, and let's go ahead and take the rest of the remaining cards and deal those out into two separate piles. Now, your spectator can now have a free choice of either this pile or this pile, anyone they'd like. So let's say they chose this pile, for example. They would take a look and realize that they chose my favorite card, the Two of Hearts. Let's learn how that works. Okay, so tutorial time. This one's really interesting because this one has a little bit of a trick to it because there's a multiple outs. Right there towards the end when you had that dual choice, it truly is a free choice. There is no magician's choice there. There's no forcing or anything like that. Now let's say they chose the other pile. I would have a prediction ready for that. That's what's magicians refer to as a multiple out. And let's go into the setup. So your setup is going to be your two force cards, in this case, the Eight of Spades and the Two of Hearts. And this is going to be put right at the top of the deck. And you're probably wondering, but I saw you shuffle. Yes, you did. But what you may or may not have seen is this maneuver here. I peel off a small chunk of cards, it gets thrown here, where I then pinch it here. And at this angle, it's not very easy to see, especially in motion. You give it a regular overhand shuffle, then you're gonna throw down the rest of the pile and everything right back on top. That is a very, very sneaky maneuver there. Another option would be to have these two cards at the bottom of the deck and then just freely give an overhand shuffle. Just making sure that once you reach the end of the pile, you start dealing off single cards, and that way you have your two cards, force cards right there towards the top once again. And here's another important thing. If you can keep note of which card is on top, that's all you need to know which card is in which direction here. So once again, here's the mover, and you're gonna peel off a small packet. You're gonna catch it back here, right? Now, you can catch it a little bit closer if you like. It makes it a little bit more deceiving here. All you need is a little bit of a gap like that. So if you can kind of push your finger up here, it looks good, really good from up front. Everything looks nice and tight. So you start shuffling off cards just like this with the overhand. And as you start getting down, just throw down that first little packet here and everything else on top. And that retains your top stock there. So now let's get into it. You also, if you want, you can throw in, like I did in the performance, a little riffle shuffle there with the bridge. You can also throw in a fake cut like that. And let me go ahead and teach that. So this is nice here. You swing cut a small portion or half the deck over to this side here. And all I'm doing here is placing this piece down, this one on top. At speed, it's quite deceiving there. And sometimes I like to give it a little tap here. I don't know if I've taught that before or not, but that one is pretty good. So that's a swing cut here, right? You grip it with your thumb right here, tap, drop, drop. And one of the things I notice is that when you do this type of false cut and you just drop it and leave it like that, it looks great. So let's get into the rest here. We still have our 2 cards that we'll be forcing on top. So you're gonna tell them, all you have to do is tell them they can stop after you've already dealt the first 2 cards. So at any point from here, they can say stop at any time. So to not make it too long, let's say they say stop here. So now you square everything up, grab the packet, and deal out 2 piles. Now, one thing you need to pay attention to is whatever card you had on top will be the last card dealt. So I already know, without this being marked or anything like that, that this is the 2 of hearts here and the ace of spades here. So at this point, it really doesn't matter because I have my prediction set for both options. I have a small tattoo here that says the 2 of hearts, and this particular box also has a prediction with it. So if they were to choose the 8 of hearts, I've got a little 8 on the tab here and a spade. So the 8 of spades right there. So there's 2 small predictions, and either one can be used. So now it's a completely free choice. And you can do multiple things with prediction tricks like this. Now, there are ways to do this type of trick with forcing the 2 options towards the end and giving it a little bit of magician's choice or equivoke or things of that nature if you'd like. Also, this can be done quite easily with a mark deck, which is a nice option that I like to use. So that's basically what we have, right? That's what we have for you today. And that is just a quick little prediction trick that I find awesome. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Magic lovers, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.